Hey everybody, GameCube Collection update time. I should really have a theme song. NecroVMX's GameCube Collection time. Update. I don't fucking know. I got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games today. Some of them I picked up because I wanted them, and some of them I picked up simply because they were cheap as fuck. So let's look through it. First we got Resident Evil. This is Resident Evil Remake on the GameCube. A lot of people call it Remake, like capital R, capital E, make. Clever. Her. Now, I got this for $20. It says $19.99 on it. But if you look at it, that's the GameStop sticker right there. And then they actually covered up another sticker that says $14.99. You can see the same thing. You can actually see the $14.99 sticker back there. And I recognize the sticker as being from FYE, which is like right across from the GameStop in the mall. So when I saw that, I was like, man, I wish I would have known about that, because the FYE doesn't sell GameCube stuff anymore. But apparently they were selling Resident Evil for much less, well, $5 less, than GameStop was. And as you can see, I got the inserts. It's on 2 discs. I never knew so many GameCube games came on 2 discs. When I first did the first video, well, it was split into 2, so it's really 2 videos, but the first collection video, I didn't have any GameCube games that came on 2 discs. Now I have a bunch of them. Here you have Sonic Adventure DX Director's Cut. Do you really need to have DX and Director's Cut? This is the player's choice version. I paid $12 for it. I actually, like Sonic Adventure 2, I had this on the Dreamcast, but as my Dreamcast unfortunately doesn't really work right now, and I gotta try and repair it one day, but it doesn't work. It'll be nice to have this, since I think this was the last Sonic game that you could describe as really good. Not great. The last great Sonic game was Sonic and Knuckles, way back on the Sega Genesis. But Sonic Adventure was pretty cool. Sonic Adventure 2 was alright, but then after that it was kind of... Some of the handheld ones, the 2D ones, are pretty good too, I should mention that. As you see, I got the inserts, all the inserts actually. It even has that registration card. I always get these things and I always think of filling them out, and I never actually do it. So, oh well. I got NFL 2K3. Now this is... interesting. I didn't even look at what game it was. I just saw that it was $1, and I grabbed it. I'm like, oh, GameCube game for $1, whatever it is. I don't have it. And then I looked at it, NFL 2K3. Now, this is pretty cool because I like football, and, the Madden games are kind of... I have the latest one for the DS, actually, and it's like, passing game sucks. And I always like Sega Sports' take on the NFL license, and it's a shame they can't make anymore. Because I think that Sega Sports made much better games, not only football games, but in general, sports games, than EA could ever hope to make. So, I'll probably wind up playing that one. I mean, it's 2K3, and we're in 2009. What does it really matter? It's just roster updates. Get this one, Intellivision Lives. Obviously, a collection of Intellivision games. I spent $3 on this, and even though they're Intellivision games, which makes them very primitive and mostly rip-offs of Atari games, it says that there's always over 60 games on there, so there's bound to be something fun. I mean, I can always play Intellivision games on emulators, but there's something to be said for playing it with a controller on a big TV screen. Here I got GoldenEye Rogue Agent. I remember being really excited about this, so obviously you guys know... Oh, this is on 2 discs also. What the hell? Obviously, you guys know that I'm a big James Bond fan. I mean, I can just, within reaching distance, I can pick up several James Bond books, See? But anyway, that's pretty cool. It got really bad reviews, and I wound up not picking it up. And I actually have the version for the DS, which is actually pretty cool, because the first-person shooters work pretty well on that, because the touchscreen controls. This was only $5. I'll give it a shot. It can't be nearly as bad as they say. Actually, from what I've heard, it's not really a bad game, but more of a mediocre game. Speaking of which, I've also heard the same thing about this one. This is Piano 3, Project Number. Capcom made this, and it was supposed to be, like, they came up with this thing, I think it was called the Big Five, and it was like 5 brand new Capcom things that were going to like take the world by storm. And I don't even remember what the other three were, but Beautiful Joe was one of them, and this was another one of them. And I think the only one out of those 5 that really took off was Beautiful Joe, and, Beautiful Joe 2. And then the third game was, like, shitty, and then it disappeared. I don't know. They could have brought it back, but they didn't. And here's another one. I don't even know what it is. I know what it is now, but I just grabbed it. Did I get an insert on Piano 3? Yeah, I did. I just grabbed it because of the price. This is Reckless, the Yakuza Mission. Looks like a driving game, It's probably like a car combat thing, like a Twisted Metals type of thing. I never was into that sort of game. But it was $2. $2! I hated that movie, by the way. But I liked that part. So that's all the GameCube games I got. So 7 games: Reckless, the Yakuza Missions, Piano 3, GoldenEye, Rogue Agent, and Television Lives, NFL 2K3, Sonic Adventure DX, Director's Cut, and Resident Evil. I also picked up something that I'm definitely going to want to play. I just found out about this the other day. Legacy of Ys, Books 1 and 2 for the Nintendo DS. I thought it was weird that it's in one of these old-fashioned cardboard boxes, and I was wondering about that. And that's like I got home and I realized that, it has a DS case inside, but the reason is because it actually comes with the soundtrack. And stupid me, it says right on the cover, music CD included, so I didn't really have to worry about it, wonder about it. It was going to be either this or Fire Emblem. Julie, raved about Fire Emblem, and she's recommended it. The reason I chose this is because it seems that this is a whole lot harder to find. This is the first time that I went to GameStop that I actually saw it there. I mean, I didn't know about it previously, so I wasn't looking for it. But I never came across it, Otherwise, I would have been like, wow, Ys for DS. I got to check that out. But, Fire Emblem is everywhere, so I, don't see a problem with them. They were both the same price, $30. So, there you have it. We'll see you guys next week with more GameCube games and whatnot.